Bobby Carlos. I am the Assistant Director of the Cultural Resources Department, and I'd like to welcome you to the Cultural Resources Department's new home. We are housed at 10,005 East Osborne in Building 12.
My name is Kelly Washington. I am the Director of the Cultural Resources Department. The Cultural Resources Department was conceived initially in January of 2004. The three programs of the Cultural Resources Department are the Huagam Key Museum, the O'odham Pipaash Language Program, and the Cultural Preservation Program. So the conception of Cultural Resources Department was to bring those related programs together under one umbrella, under one new department that would be called Cultural Resources, so we could more readily assist one another.
Good afternoon, my name is Gary Owens Jr. I'm the Director/Manager of the Huagam Key Museum on the Ontkakima Vashal-I community. And it was through the efforts of the late Alfreda Anton to start the Huagam Key Museum. The Huagam Key means house of the ancestors, Huagam. Those that aren't here no more, Key is their house. And that's how we treat it. We treat it like the ancestors' house. But most importantly, it's the community's house as well. And it really is a museum of perpetuation. That is our vision, that is our goal, is to not bring back what it is that we've lost, but to continue it. We're obligated to the community in different ways. One is to maintain the history of the O'odham and Pipaash. We do have a functioning repository, and that is actually located in a historic building down at the OBIA day school site. And we do have a functioning collections room. We have a full-time archivist who is working on historical documents from the community. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to work with community members to let us know what they remember, let us know what they went through, let us know what their grandparents went through. What is Salt River? Who is Salt River? Who are the families that were around here? There's a lot of history for the development of this community that the museum is trying hard to record, get documents, and maintain. Because if we don't have this history, then the grandchildren don't have the history, and they don't know how important this land is to us. Once you're forgetting about where your O'odham and Pipaash are, you forget about being O'odham and Pipaash.
Anya Anapchukik Alice Manuel. I am the manager at the O'odham Pipaash Language Program. The language program has the following duties or goals. One of them is to provide ongoing ways to the community so that they're hearing the language, they're being able to speak the language. Right now we're working with immersion classes for O'odham. Then we have Pipaash language classes that are also semester classes. We're recording as much language as possible. We have monthly elder meetings where we'll ask the elders how to say certain things. And our program does work with children of 3 to 5 year olds as well to do our best to introduce the language to them, and when they're young that they'll be able to just ease into it and it won't be so foreign. But the most important thing is we would like the community or the people of the community to talk to each other, to use the language to be that connector so that we can be families once again. We can make that reconnection and we can use it through the language. If a language is strong if everybody's speaking it, if from the little ones to the elders, that language is strong and it's going to survive because you got young people speaking it. But learning the language is a personal choice, and it has to be by every member of this community. It can't be by a program or department.
Hello, my name is Shane Anton. I'm the Cultural Preservation Program Manager for the Salt River Pima-Maricopa Indian Community. The main purpose of the Cultural Preservation Program is three main issues. One is Section 106 compliance. Second would be NAGPRA issues, and that's Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. Third is Community Garden Program. The Salt River Pima-Maricopa Indian Community having a say in federal projects or projects that have a federal nexus, that all the archaeological and cultural concerns are addressed per that law. The Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, better known as NAGPRA, was enacted in 1990. It's a piece of legislation that the scientific community as well as tribal concerns and tribal people fashioned to allow tribes to repatriate human remains, items of cultural patrimony, and sacred objects back to their respective communities. The Community Gardens program came to us about 6 years ago. We saw the benefit and the need to have it as a permanent part of the community structure. We also wanted to reintroduce traditional farming methods of the O'odham and the Pipash. If we reintroduce farming and gardening techniques, because it is labor intensive, that it would be helpful to the individual community member who wanted to provide their own produce or grow their own produce and harvest and eat. Cultural sensitivity training was started to help assist people with the advent of development, and Arizona and the Salt River Valley and our community have known archaeological sites everywhere. And so when anybody does a project, they do what we call earth disturbing activities. And those activities can uncover a lot of artifacts or features, and that includes the possibility of disturbing human remains. The cultural sensitivity training does is it kind of explains why we want archaeological investigation prior to a project being started, prior to digging being done, so we can make sure that we take care of those things that are subsurface.
If we didn't have this culture, if we didn't have our language, if we didn't have our traditions, we wouldn't be on Akimart O'odham or Hashadam Pibash. We'd just be like everybody else. What a gift Creator has given us. There's no other place like this in the world.
The Cultural Resources Department, I see us as a resource for the community, for tribal members, for other departments. Culture, language, all of those are living things. It's important that we always remember who we are as we progress forward.